Good afternoon, everybody. Mommies, daddies, sir, good afternoon. Everyone, good afternoon. Alright, my name is Omagbemi Phillip, and I'll be doing a presentation on the importance of creativity. Now, I'm sure many of us have heard I've heard the word creativity, but not every one of us has taken time to really look into that word creativity. Now, the world is changing, and the system of the world is changing drastically. If you look at the world very well, you understand that even the government is failing, the economy is failing, every industry is falling helter-skelter. The operations that are working are frustrating everybody. Now everyone is crying for a change. In Nigeria, the present government, they said they want to give us change. Everyone is crying for a change. So what's the issue with creativity? What can we learn from creativity? Now, take for example the education sector. If you check very well, more than 60% of secondary school students hate school. Yes, they do hate school. I think I have witnesses in the house. They hate school. School is going to resume on the 9th of next month. And if you...
They are telling memories that they don't know.
And if you check very well, if you ask them if the secondary school students are going to be sincere, out of 10, 8 will tell you they don't want to go to school. Now, the only people you find that want to go to school actually want to go to school because of their friends, they miss their friends. Among the primary, the KG, they want to go to school because of the fun. So when you remove the fun, which is creativity, you remove the freedom, which brings about creativity, you find problems. Now, according to one of the best leadership coaches I've ever known, Mrs. Faith Obus, she said, wow, let's clap for that. She said, it is in every person to want to be free. Freedom is the ability to get yourself out of the box of restraint and express yourself openly. And that most times, that is what our sectors in Nigeria, mostly in Africa, they take it away. So, what is creativity? Next slide, please. Creativity, as I define it, is the process of having original ideas that have value. It's not really about the product, it's about the process. It comprises of the process of imagination, bringing mental pictures into reality. We have the boot camp. And if you find out most the kids that are lower, if you give them more time than a month, you'll be surprised at the kind of things that they bring forth, because at their age, they are thinking. They bring mental pictures into physical things. Now, if you have children at home, especially girls, if you give them dolls, all these Barbie dolls and all those things, if you step away a bit and listen to these children when they talk, you will find out that while they are playing with the dolls, they are saying some things. That child is actually writing a movie script, but we don't know. Thank you. The child is actually writing a movie script. If you take time, you will get a story from what they are saying. Are we together, please? Thank you very much. Now, where does creativity come from? The major misconception about creativity is that not everybody is creative. If you tell somebody, try and be creative, they tell you, I cannot be creative. I don't have it, it's not in me. But actually, creativity is inborn. Every one of us has the ability to be creative. Every one of us. From the moment we were born. Now, in every one of us, we have brains, right? Is there anybody that doesn't have a brain? Alright. Alright. Now, the brain is divided into two parts. The left part. The left part is the part for logic. The left part is the part that tells you 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. The left part is the part that tells you if I move this chair forward, it will go forward, it won't come backward. Now you have the right part. The right part is the part that will ask you, will question you, why is 1 plus 1 equal to 2? Yes. Why is it that if I move this chair forward, it will go forward and it will not come backward? So in physics, you have the laws of motion. Somebody was actually thinking about that. Now, in children, I've come to find out that in children, many of them think a lot. Because we all have this thing of creativity from childhood. So you see children do a lot of things. I'm going to show you a very wonderful picture that most parents here are very, very familiar with. Now, children have the ability to play with all manner of things. This is a box for clothes, and this child is using it as a car. These two children are using it as a car because of what they are thinking. Now, I'm sure many parents are familiar with this. We call it jaga jaga. Yes, in Africa, mostly in Nigeria, we call it jaga jaga. But I've come to find out that when a child is drawing this, when he's doing this, the child does not have the capacity to interpret what is going on in his head. So this is what comes out. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So, children mostly, they have this wonderful ability to invent things. Now, what about adults? Adults that grow up with this sense of wonder. We have a lot of people like Isaac Newton to tell you that creativity is not about carrying colors and painting. It's also in the sciences also. Isaac Newton sat down one day, an apple fell from the tree, and he was wondering why is it that this apple came down and did not go up. And then you had the law of gravity. But among the adults that are creative, my favorite is this man, Nikola Tesla. This man's creative work is responsible for everything that carries electricity in this house. Okay. Everything, the light is working, the computers are working, is because of this man's work. Now, in 1968, George Land carried out an experiment on 1,600 children and 280,000 adults. And he found out that while children were 5 years old, their creative rate was 98%. He carried out the experiment 5 years later when they were 10 years old, and it had dropped to 30. When they were 15 years old, it dropped to 12. In 280,000 adults, their creative ability was just 2%. So what happened? It's now telling us that creativity, we actually grow out of creativity instead of growing into it. So it tells us that we learn on non-creative abilities. So what kills creativity? Number one, being made fun of or queried for asking too many questions. Many people that ask a lot of questions actually irritate those around them. What kind of nonsense question are you even asking, Steph? What kind of rubbish question are you asking? And so because of that, they move into this fear of disapproval. If I bring this into my mom, she will not like it. If I give this into my teacher, he won't like it. And they eventually get to the fear of being wrong. And nobody wants to be wrong. Because we live in a generation where mistakes are the worst thing you can make. If you make a mistake, you are going to be crucified. And then we enter the status quo. This is how we have been doing it. This is the only way we can do it. I had an experiment about monkeys. A man put a monkey in a cage, and while the monkey was going to get the banana, I drew the monkey down. It continued and continued. He tried it for 5 monkeys, kept drawing the monkey down. When he brought the 6th monkey into the cage, he decided to watch what was going to happen. While the 6th monkey was going to get the banana, the remaining 5 monkeys drew that one down. Why? Because this is the way we have been doing it. This is the way we have seen it. Nobody goes there. So, now, why do we need to be creative? I said earlier that the systems of the world is changing. You have to, like I said there, the world and the systems are constantly changing, and as such, we have to do the same. This change is necessary because human needs are insatiable. Every time people are looking for new ways to do things. Microsoft bought Nokia company about 6 years ago. Why? Because they refused to be innovative. In Apple, I got to find out that in Apple, they are employing young children for their applications now. Because they are thinking. Now, how to maintain and improve creativity? Number one, be curious. Always ask questions. Wonder why. Why is this like this? Why is that like that? Why is this one like this? Why is this color black? Why is it not red? Secondly, listen to music. Unlikely. Music helps to ignite that part of the brain that is for creativity. It helps to make it work. Most people have used music for the wrong things. So you hear a lot of music today because they are actually thinking the wrong things. Now, number 3, always carry a note and a pen around. I do this a lot. I carry my iPad, I carry my phones because I'm expecting an idea to drop from heaven. I'm expecting something to drop because ideas are what will rule the world. It is said that everybody has $3 million ideas, each about 3 in his lifetime. But most people don't get those ideas because they are not expecting the brain to produce. Now, the last one I'll tell you is take out time to play and relax. A lot of people are too serious. Don't try and condition your children to be serious every time. It is that play that brings out creativity. It It is that relaxation, that time you take out to relax that brings out creativity. Now, conclusion. Creativity is majorly required for success and improvement in life. People are born creative, and given the right environment and with the right creative tools and training, everyone can tap into this innate talent for the development of individuals and the advancement of humanity. Thank you.